to the Sesh Podcast. It's where the biggest names in cannabis come and smoke the best weed and have the realest conversations. And I'm your host, TreesandBreeze. Today, I guess Derek, Erin, two very big names in the cannabis industry. When we talking about content, when we talking about consistent content, just very good people to know around. I always see them in shows, and today I'm excited to know more about them. So we got High Rise TV, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Word. What's up, guys?
Chilling, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure.
Problem,
You guys
no
get
problem.
a dope fucking...
Yeah, cool little tour of the space.
We actually just renovated this part over. This was like a this used to be like our old media room, but just for storage though. We just had stored like lights, but you know, one thing led to another, and we started building the facility, like upgrading, and it became our conference room, and now it's like a podcast room. So it's dope, bro.
Sick.
Perfect setup, man.
Word. So let's get into it though. So what's going on with you guys? What you guys smoking right now? I always like to start with that.
We got a little Twitch stick from our friends at Quality Resources. So this is like some motorcycle dude Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like his license.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Let me see.
Yeah, so it's like an infused pre-roll. It's got their wax and then their flower in it. Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
And if you don't mind me asking, I just want to start there. Is this joints your favorite way to smoke, or what's your favorite way to smoke?
I like joints and bongs, preferably. Yeah.
Bongs, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
Damn.
similar. Just like twisted up.
Probably should have asked y'all that before. I would have had like, you know, a Dab Nation bog or something that we sell, and we would bring it out for you guys.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, yeah, we got a little bit
the
of.
joint's
I
perfect.
think we got a little bit of wax in the back that I might go have somebody grab for us, and we can take a rip off the bong right there.
that'd be
the
cool.
rig, but.
That'd be cool, little dab.
Dab sesh.
Little
So
dab.
I'm like really interested, bro, because I always see you guys like I think I've seen you most at Green Street. Probably
Yeah,
say,
we're
but
always there,
I've seen you at every show I've been to. I think I've definitely seen you guys. Just like MJ BizCon or Whole Flowers is the ones I remember off the top of my head.
Sick, yeah.
But I'm interested, bro, in like how did High Rise TV start? Like immediate start. Like what did you guys do before how it started? Like what's like the background of you guys? Like how did you guys come together to make this happen?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. So me and Derek have known each other for probably like 15 or 16 years. So Derek used to be a professional skateboarder, and I was kind of into doing videos and edits and stuff like that.
Makes so much sense now.
From the same city, so we linked up. We'd always like film and make videos together.
And what city is that, if you don't mind?
City of Orange.
Okay.
Yeah, so like 15, 16, he's a couple years older. We'd always film, make videos and edits and stuff like that. So we were always homies. When I was about 22, I started the High Rise as a clothing brand. And just kind of started making merch and hats and just different shit like that.
So it just started as a clothing thing. It was just more like it wasn't media focused.
No,
it was
not at
more
all.
you guys were just exposing yourself on your. It was a YouTube channel, right?
So it was just clothing brand, just t-shirts and
It
hats.
wasn't. This is before the YouTube channel.
Right.
Absolutely.
So just all clothing.
What year was this?
This is 2012. We started.
All right.
High Rise.
All right.
So
That's cool.
started 2012 clothing, just kind of grinding away at it. While I was doing that, he was kind of just touring all over the world skating. He'd always come back home from skating, and we'd link up, and he'd be like, "Oh, like what are you working on? Like, oh, this is crazy." Like, always like kind of interested in what we were doing. Maybe like 2 years or so into doing the brand, Derek started helping us do photos and kind of helping us with the content side of things. A couple months after that, we decided, hey, let's launch a YouTube channel to try to drive more traffic to the clothing end of things.
Okay.
So we started this YouTube channel called High Rise TV. We started a show called Two Girls, One Bong.
Oh yeah, so this is good for me to ask because before we get into like the actual segments that you have, so when I did my research about you guys and just dumbing through you guys' YouTube and stuff, I seen like maybe a couple skating videos, and then it just went high. Like you just got, it was just like 300. I think it was like 305 grams. Like it was something.
That was our first video.
It was like the first. I'll tell you, I just like I watched through it. I'm like, damn, bro. And like, what was that transition? Like, what made that change right there?
Yeah, like we were just doing kind of like little skate edits and stuff, whatever. And then we're like, let's do a YouTube channel. One night I was on YouTube just kind of looking around, and this was maybe 4 years ago or something. So back then there wasn't really a lot of like cannabis stuff on YouTube.
Okay.
There was like Custom Grow and Haley 420, and there's like a couple.
Silent Hippie, there was like 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah, there's like a handful. So I was like, at this time I was dating Mac Dizzle, Mackenzie. She's a big cannabis influencer, and kind of just clicked like, why don't we do a show with her and do what these other people are doing, but kind of do our own spin on it.
Okay, so it was definitely when you guys started the whole. So I can say you guys started the 2 girls 1 bong
Right.
situation. So when you guys started that segment, was it just to show people like the cannabis industry, or was it to promote your clothing brand?
It was literally it was just to get views and drive traffic to our website.
Like, we didn't know about the cannabis
We
community.
didn't even know
Wow.
It was so small. Like the cannabis community at that point was like,
And
didn't have a big online presence for the cannabis community because Instagram was relatively new. It was still like the 15-second videos. The stories weren't even a thing yet. So there wasn't really
I remember
like an
this
online
time. Yes,
community.
This is the blue Instagram. This is the blue
Exactly.
and brown Instagram. Yes,
Exactly.
I remember. And was it the name of the video? Do you think it caused so much hype because of the weed, or was it the name of the segment? The 2 girls 1 bong.
Yeah, like kind of. So what our plan kind of was when we launched the channel was, let's do some kind of viral, crazy video that's going to get a lot of views. So we did the world record hotbox. So that was the 305 grams that you saw. So, yeah, we literally hotboxed Daddy's Pipes. It's like a smoke shop in Ventura, dispensary smoke shop. So yeah, we literally just burned 300 grams of wax and made this like crazy edit. And that was kind of like, all right, let's use that to draw traffic to the channel. Once they're on the channel, we'll release the show 2 girls 1 bong. So like, we uploaded that first, and then we had the episodes kind of ready to go right after that. So when people were starting to hit our page, we had other content also to kind of show. So that world record one was kind of just like casting out the line, trying to get some attention and viewers on our channel.
So we just try to pump out 1 or 2 episodes a week, and we're just trying to come out with new shit, like new ideas, like foot long blunts or ounce joints, or how to roll a blunt on that ass, or different games, And then at this point, we're still learning. We don't know where YouTube.
And these are all like different games or different like styles inside of the 2 girls 1 bong segment. And like, was that a conscious decision to stay behind the camera? Because I see like in the beginning, like you guys were like I said, like from the skating, and then it was like disappeared. It was like the brand, and you understood that like, all right, let's stay behind the camera, and we could probably like direct and produce the situation better. So was that a conscious decision, or did it just work out like that?
Yeah, like in the beginning, we really didn't. It was more so to have like specific personalities on, or talent on, or influencers, or artists, or whatever. And yeah, we never really like wanted to be on the camera, in front of the camera, or anything like that. But then kind of as we started doing it more and more, we realized that we need to be on the camera. And like 2019, it's all about, you know what I mean? You got to put yourself out there, and people want to know who's behind the brand. They want to see the face behind the brand and kind of that type of thing. So the last probably year, we've kind of put our face out there a little bit more, but the first couple of years was just us kind of
just trying to build other people up and try to create content and just kind of mastermind the whole thing from behind the scenes.
I think I did a really good job with the creating content, man, and not being in front of the camera. So like I admire that, because seeing I'm coming from a situation where I make content and I do it from my first person standpoint, but now to see you guys be able to put other things in place and say, all right, this is how we're going to do this, and not even be the person that is actually doing the video. You're just putting, so that's what I said. Did you guys come up with the concepts of the videos as well? This is all in-house. Wow.
This is just,
so this is literally wow. So started the
So
YouTube
what's that
channel.
process like? What is that process like?
Exactly what we're doing right now. We just sit around with some bongs and some joints, and we just come up with silly ideas. It's almost just like, I like to call it 420 hijinks. I mean, we're skateboarders. We've always been in the street, like goofing off, fucking around, growing up with like CKY, like Bam Margera shit, and like just hijinks in general. So it's kind of just, if something's gonna make us laugh super hard as a joke, we're like, let's just do it. Let's just fucking do it. Mixed with maybe some like little clickbait ideas, and then also trying to mix some good, not insanely high quality content, but like some good quality
and it was cool
production.
It was cool to see how y'all took like, all right, so after like as the 2 girls 1 bong thing was going on, I seen Doobie Talk started to Doobie Talks. That's what, and that's when I started to see you two as your personality as people. And I'm like, wow, all right, these 2 individuals are smart. They literally because I didn't know. Like I said, I've known of the videos before I actually known you guys. Like even from seeing you at the shows, I didn't actually put two and two together until I really had to do this research. I'm like, wow, these were really like. I don't think anything I seen was like a mistake. It's like, wow, you guys had a plan and you just executed the whole way through, man.
Right.
And it was like, still to today. And word, I want to keep going into the segments in Wheaties world.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
That's just
It's like
that's the
Wheaties
shit.
world.
Us smoking weed and just coming up with stupid ideas, and then we're like, wait, can we do that? Let's do that. And next,
Because we had a design, of Mr. Weedy. Like, what if we made this a costume and like went to events and like went and fucked with people, did hidden camera shit, and just the wheels started turning to where like Alibaba, started lurking around trying to find a manufacturer, and $500, and a month later we had a 6-foot weed leaf costume at our door.
Yeah.
So that was two girls started kind of cracking, so we're like, all right, we need to launch other types of content too. We have all these viewers here, like let's give them other stuff as well.
Right.
So like Mr. Weedy was a concept. We're doing High as Fuck, a show where we would like get influencers super stoned.
High as Fuck too. And that was dope too, because I was just about to go into, you gave different parts of, I don't even just say the industry, bro. It was like funny, I just call it funny ass situations, bro. Like literally, even when 2 Girls 1 Bong was a thing, and I mean still is, but I'm saying like when I seen those videos and every type of concept, the High as Fuck, the Wheaties world, the Doobie Talks, which is all like different type of vibes that I can fuck with real quick. I can be like,
different shows on our channel.
Yes, and it's like
different areas.
Yeah, and it's relatable, man. Like, and that's what is like one of the biggest things I feel today is being relatable, bro.
100%.
And I really was a big part of the show, bro. Like the biggest names in cannabis, like having the realest conversations, bro. And I respect that. So I just want to say, word, you guys going hard for that, and word,
thanks. Appreciate it.
But past Wheaties World, and I kind of want to talk about Wheaties World a little bit, but before, I'm just going to bring it up, and I'm going to go into it right now, but Wheaties World, you guys got kicked out at MJ BizCon.
We did.
Right? Right,
Yeah.
A couple months ago. It's funny as hell because I almost got kicked out by the same dude, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to repost the video, react you guys, but it's funny, right? Like, so, but... Funny is some funny shit that happened with that situation. I ended up meeting Kid from Kid and Play because of this dude. But still, I don't like the dude. Fuck him. Like he was a piece of shit. But tell me a little bit about that, and I want to talk about shows after. But
so we got the weed leaf costume, and we started going to a bunch of events. So we'd go to like Cannabis Cup or whatever, and we'd bring on Mr. Weedy. People would just flock towards him for photos and whatever. So we just started going to more events. Then we're like, let's go to MJ BizCon. And we were gonna walk around with one of our clients' timeless. They have like a life-size pen they made him.
Yeah,
like
I
this
seen
big.
that. That's just huge, bro.
Yeah. So we were just gonna walk around and take photos and just have fun and just whatever, fuck around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We took one step into the building. Like I'm not even kidding. Like literally one step into the building, and that dude just ran up on us all hot-headed, and just give us your badges. What do you think you're doing? This and that. And like we're being totally cool with the dude. We're like, sorry, bro.
We're like, we'll leave, and he wouldn't let us leave.
And then he's like, no. We're like, okay. And then like, whatever. These other 2 dudes come. They're cool. They're like, just, go to the front of the building. It's all right. We're like, all right, cool. Go to the front of the building, doing our thing, fucking around. Dude comes up on us again. You're going to jail. You're getting arrested.
I don't know what that dude problem was.
I'm
bro.
calling the
I
sheriff.
really didn't know what
I don't
that
know either,
dude's
man.
problem was.
Tripping
On
like, everyone apparently.
Yeah, calling the sheriffs.
Bro.
Everybody's coming.
Calling the yo, bro. He did the same. I was smoking a backwood, bro.
Yeah.
And you would have thought I had something illegal.
Yeah.
Like literally, you would have thought I was doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it was like that dude is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he's out of his mind.
Word. I want to get him up here just to tell him how much of a fuckus he is. But word.
The best part of that though was once we're in the front, they call the sheriff, they call the police. At this point, I'm like, call everyone. I don't care. Like, and we're not doing anything illegal.
Meanwhile, everybody's loving weed.
Everybody's coming up, taking pictures, and it's just making them like
right. It was something positive you guys was doing. People loved that, but it was not only promoting MJ BizCon and what it was promoting cannabis, the industry, and how far we've come. You can walk around with a fucking costume like that and know what it really means.
Right.
And for a dude like that to be employed at a situation where he gets to see this, is not spending his time wanting to learn some shit, further his mind on some shit. He's sitting there hating.
Yeah.
And the cops are chill.
And
the cops are chill.
The cops come,
they don't even understand. He's like, I don't know. He told me like, I don't know what his problem is. I don't know either, bro. Like,
And then we're like, cool, we'll walk around to our car. It's around the other side of the convention center. They're like, no, we're going to escort you through the building that they just kicked us out of. So they just paraded us through the convention center.
They walked you through the building and made y'all leave. And so you couldn't come back. And what day was that?
We were already outside the building ready to leave. We're like, all right, we're going to leave. They're like, no, we're going to walk you back through the event we just kicked you out of. What? Which makes absolutely no sense.
And then everybody's just like,
and then it just brought even more attention on us. Because
it's like Bieber. And now it looks like we have security guards.
5 people surrounding
us. So
wait,
y'all turned around.
Turned around, they brought us in the building, walked us through the event with 2 security guards and 2 cops. Like we were like celebrities or something. Like we had
and then people want to take pictures with Weedy and they're denying
They're like,
it.
no.
So it makes them even look worse.
Yeah.
So we're like, yo, fuck y'all, and we go to Hall of Flowers.
Shout out Hall of Flowers.
Yeah. Yo. All right, word. So let's talk more about shows, bro. And like, so what was the approach when going to the shows? I know you guys are a big part of the community, but like, what is your tactic and reasoning for going to trade shows and doing what you guys do?
Now, it's just primarily for networking. Networking and just kind of covering.
And that's what everybody's going for.
Covering it too, shooting in our way, letting people know what the fuck's going on.
That's like the main way now. Back in the day, it was more about promoting the clothing brand, and we'd set up booths and sell the merch and stuff like that. But yeah, now it's more so just kind of more networking and just kind of capturing whatever's kind of going on, content and stuff like that.
Okay, and like, so what is? And I also seen like you guys doing bigger name brands now, and now it's like. And what I mean by that is like it's not just everyday people you guys are associating yourself with. I just associating yourself with. I just seen you with 2 Chainz, and tell me what that was about and how was cool. that?
That was rad. That was at a Green Street event. So 2 Chainz launched his new line of weed called Gas. So he had like a little launch party at Green Street. Rama hit us up. He's like, yeah, if you guys want to come by, check it out, cover it, whatever. So we were there just kind of filming it, doing our own thing, trying out the weed. And like, we didn't think we were going to like kick it with him or whatever. There's a million people surrounding him and whatever. And then Rama's like, yeah, you want to hop in here real quick with them? So we're like, yeah, sure. And then like next thing we know, we're like sitting at a coffee table, smoking joints with 2 Chainz, chopping it up with them. So
and what was his vibe like? I know it was like I know you said it was like I seen a video. You said he was being rushed because a whole bunch of people was just on him. But what was his vibe like? Do you think like people like that have a big name outside of the cannabis industry now stepping into the cannabis industry? How big does it affect crossing over? Because it's not just selling like records and albums no more, and like even. Like today and age, like people don't even really sell records and albums no more. It's really off a streaming situation where you get a lot of money, and you get your money off your music per se, and then you get money off shows. It's like where you really bank it. But I'm just saying, for a situation where a person has a big name, do you think he'd be able to cross over in the cannabis industry and like sell flower? Like he'd be able to sell records?
I think someone like 2 Chainz could. Someone who seems like he's been involved. I'm smoking on that gas. He's
like been branding.
He's always been branding. He's always been talking about weed. That was like a big part of what he was. So I mean, I guess it depends on each situation. But I think 2 Chainz will do a decent job, and he's played at Kush Talk, he's played at a lot of the festivals and stuff, so he probably has an understanding of what this community is like, because what we always say is like there's like the industry and then there's a cannabis community,
right?
And the cannabis community I feel like is some smart brands are trying to market to that, and then most brands have no idea it even fucking exists.
Okay,
they're trying to work with like C-list celebrities and stuff,
right,
or like retired athletes or something like that, where some brands understand this community, this online community, people like Mac Dizzle, people like Custom Grow, people like Silence Hippie, all these influencers. There's this giant community of people who are very supportive, and I feel like 2 Chainz he has an understanding that there's a community there.
Yeah, especially because I think he's like he really is a smoker. Like he smoked for real, and he don't smoke no bullshit. He always been about that. He even switched over to now just smoking papers, and like I think he always been like that. I don't even really know, but I just know his style of smoking and what he does is like it's efficient, and I think he will do good in this industry.
And
the name,
just the name alone too.
The name
and the
gas,
branding.
And that's like you said, that's something that has always been in his music. You know what I mean? And it's like. Word, I fuck with Chainz, I think, but like, and that my follow up question was that. So if you guys put in a situation where you're getting bigger, we're gonna be, you guys are getting bigger and want to do bigger things. who are some people that you would want to work with, like going forward in the industry?
In the industry, or
Any
just
other industry?
any
Like,
other
like I said, I
industry?
used 2 Chainz and somebody else, and it's like, who is somebody else y'all would just want to work with? That'd be like, oh, that would be a smart move for, you know.
We're pretty
high-rise.
open to like everybody, because just meeting cool fucking random people, different all walks of life and stuff. But I don't know, we never really talk about it. There's certain people that we're, you know, we might say like, oh, we could collab with like Lil Mayo. Because it's like, we like stuff that's like,
I'm just saying
funny.
right now,
Like,
plug it up,
like,
plug it
you know
up.
what I
Plug,
mean?
if anybody
Like
else, plug
stuff
it up.
like that, or
Plug it
I
up.
don't know, we like a lot of comedians too. You know, we like a lot of comedians. A lot of them smoke weed. Tony Hinchcliffe or Tom Segura. I mean, not that we're ever gonna try to work with these people, but who knows? You know what I mean? Like, but I think just trying to meet as many fucking like-minded, cool people who are into creating and cannabis and pushing this community forward. You know what I mean? So
For a fact.
anybody and everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and I kind of want to go into more like, so what do you think works better for you guys, Instagram or YouTube? What do you think is more relevant and where your following is really at? Because you have a huge subscribers on your YouTube, but like your Instagram, like, and you always, and we're gonna talk more about this, but just answer that question, and then we'll talk about like all the losing the Instagram thing, because I know it plays a big part with that.
Yeah. So yeah, like we lost our YouTube first. So it's been a crazy like last year with social media in general with cannabis. So in April, YouTube just started deleting everybody. Every like major cannabis account pretty much got deleted.
Yeah.
Like literally like 30 or 40 accounts or something got deleted in like 1 month. Like all the biggest people, like Custom Grow, Silent Sippy, Loaded Up, like all these people. So we didn't know what to do. We were like, fuck, like, do we just upload to Facebook? Do we upload it on our website? Do we just focus on Instagram? Like, we didn't really know what to do. So we were kind of like trying to figure it out. We kind of like ended on the decision like, all right, we're just going to upload on Facebook, our website, and Instagram, and like focus on those main 3. And then like, as we're about to implement the new plan, we get the YouTube channel back. So then they give it back to us. So then we're like, fuck,
Why do you
like,
think they gave it back to you
The
guys?
same day as IGTV was released.
coincidence? I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's
Interesting,
like,
right? Like,
So then like we get it back and we're like, all right, cool, got it back. So do we just go back to YouTube and ditch that plan now? Like, so it's kind of confusing.
And
then,
what was the preparation now? So I know that it was different. Like, so is it? So what's the preparation for it now? Like, what I mean is, I know you guys. What are the new segments that's coming on the channel? Because I know we had 2 Girls, 1 Bong. That's not being on there no more. Is it? Is that? Something?
We'll probably have like sporadic stuff with Mac and Joya like every now and then, but not really consistent anymore. So we stopped. So they stopped doing that show probably like a year and a half ago on our channel.
Okay.
Mackenzie was just dealing with like some legal issues that kind of like prevented her from smoking.
Okay.
So it kind of like, you know, hurt the show
Shit
for a
happens.
while. So
Yeah, shit happens.
right. So that kind of whatever. And then the channel got deleted.
Yeah, I must really hurt at that time too, because her following is big. That y'all following is big at the time, and then she can't smoke. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Word.
this was like at like the peak of it probably.
Whew.
So then like we couldn't film for like 3-4 months, so it kind of hurt that. And then the channel got deleted. So all that like really didn't help us on YouTube,
Word.
but we're back now. Now our strategy is just doing more kind of relatable stuff like you're saying, and more putting our faces out there, doing vlogs, podcasts.
Yeah.
Just showcasing all the cool events we're going to, and just covering what we're doing, because we're trying to just do cool shit, you know, going to cool spots like this, or meeting up at Green Street, or 2 Chainz, or going to Hall Flowers, or whatever we're doing, just kind of showing other people the insight into kind of the industry. That's kind of the new approach.
Word, bro. And I think you're doing a real good job with that, man. Like, cause I was able to do research on these guys, on you guys, and then as I'm doing the research, bro, it's like I'm learning the personality, and like I can see exactly what you're talking about now. Like, y'all do more of a vlog type of situation when y'all on the road, and like, tell me like, how's that feeling now? It's because I feel like it's a different tactic y'all took.
It's completely different.
Yeah, it's a whole different change, and I'm like, word, and it's cool because that's when I was talking about the shows, and like you guys are still revamping like something that you've been had for like, what is it, 4 years ago? 4 years ago, this situation, and you're doing it now, like I said, a whole different way from like an approach in the beginning. It wasn't in front of the camera, and you like produced, directed these situations.
Yeah.
But now you are the talent and act
Yeah.
as you're producing, but you're literally producing the content as you go, and it's a different approach, man. And do you think it's
Way
like
different, yeah.
Is it because of social media that is like that nowadays? Because the content has to be so fresh.
Absolutely.
With you guys, like the content has to be
Absolutely.
fresh all the
It's
time.
just volume. It's just putting it out there consistently. Like
Yeah.
that's like our main thing that we really like hammer down is like speed over perfection. So it's just like just do it, put it out. Instead of spending like 2 weeks on one edit you're gonna put out, like let's put out 3 edits that week that are all 8s instead of putting out that one 10 that's gonna take 2 weeks.
Right.
Done
So
is
that's
better,
like kind of our strategy is just
Right.
quality, consistent volume.
Yeah, because consistency is key nowadays, man. That's like really the only thing people are like.
People's attention spans are just
Right. So what's the future for you guys? Like, what's the future for High Rise?
So the future for us, so we started our agency in March.
A year ago.
Yeah, so it's been almost a year since we started that. It's been going super good. We're working with a ton of brands. We're moving into the new Green Street building here once it's ready. We have an office in Long Beach. We're just hiring people, building our team out, and just really trying to expand High Rise Media Agency and just keep putting out great content and
Trying to
working with cool
basically
people,
create
yeah.
value for as many people as we can, whether it's brands, influencers, our followers. Just create value, pump that shit out, help everybody out, introduce people to people.
Word, bro.
So we
You
out
still
here
skate on the leisure?
on the leisure. Yeah, I mean I probably skate like once or twice a month,
Word.
but yeah.
What's
shit
that
hurts.
like?
so he still got it.
What's
It
that
just
like?
still
You taking
hurts.
certain trips? Where you going to skate at right now, bro?
I just skate because we're so busy that whenever I get a chance, it's got to be just convenient, dude. But
Yeah.
I still ride for a company out of Massachusetts. It's one of my old teammates from one of the old companies I used to ride for. He's got a company called All I Need Skate, and I'll link up with them just like once a year. I'll meet up with them either back east or Florida or whatever. But other than that, I'm just lurking around LA and Long Beach, just shredding it when I'm
Going
not
hard.
shooting
Yep.
photos of weed.
Yeah,
For real, man.
trying to combine it too, because it's like that's our foundation. So when it comes to working with brands and that skate surf Southern California vibe, like that's our bread and butter. So it's like being able to bring anytime we can shoot videos for some of our clients that involve skateboarding, it's like awesome because we get to
definitely,
still work in
Facts. Word,
Incorporate
so,
that in.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, let's go into just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of smoke? Like, what is y'all gas? What's y'all gas? Like,
I like a good sativa.
favorite strain? Is what
Yeah, I
I'm
like
asking.
J13's like one of my favorites. Forbidden Fruit. Good OGs, good Kush. We've been getting this stuff Fresh Baked lately. It's brand Fresh Baked. It's a new company out of Long Beach, and it's like some of the craziest flower that we've seen in a while.
fucking
It's
sick.
like pretty impressive. Been smoking a lot of that.
Is you copping is it also a dispensary or like homie weed?
It's a dispensary and a brand, so it's like their brand.
I'm
but
saying,
that's not-
I meant to ask that question, but it's dispensary or homie weed. What I meant
What do you prefer?
What do you prefer? Versus.
Usually just getting it from like our clients or our homies typically is better than the shop. I don't know, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
me
like
too.
yeah.
Price wise, quality wise,
Word,
like
bro. Me too.
everything, yeah.
So what do you feel about the new laws with packaging and everything? Like,
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Like this last year, so that's our shit is like we help all these brands shoot their content, right?
Yep.
So we're like, cool, we need your product to shoot your content, you know, and
Yep.
not gonna name any names, but a lot of people don't even have product. They're just giving us empty packaging.
Yep.
Or they're like giving us empty packaging, and then a week later they're like, oh, we can't use any of those photos because we had to update the packaging, or
See it happen every day.
whatever,
Waiting on this license, and then we're waiting on this production house, or we're waiting on this, or trying to collab with this farm. It's just insane. That
Waiting
side of
game.
the
Yeah,
industry.
pretty wild. Yeah.
Word. That is crazy. And that's why I look at it the same way, because I go into the dispensaries like, I'm not, what are you talking about? Like this, I don't understand. I never needed a piece of paper with numbers on it to tell me how good my weed was. It just
Right.
never was a thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep it real with
Yeah,
you. You know
for
what I
real.
mean? So it does help people who don't know, and it does help people that need these certain information.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, and I think you guys feel the same way.
Right.
I just wanted to know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Word, guys. That's pretty much what I wanted to dig into. Like honestly, so word. I appreciate you guys for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
It was dope.
thank you.
I hope you guys come back once we get like a bigger following and this situation is at a higher capacity. I would
For
love
sure.
to have you guys
Absolutely,
down again
anytime,
because
man.
you know you always traveling and doing something the same we doing like any type of trade show. So I will always want to talk about that. So hope you guys come back. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
And this is the Sesh Podcast. I'm your host, TreesandBreeze. This is where the biggest names in cannabis come to smoke the best weed and have the realest conversation.